Because if a guy plays 50 games, 35 minutes a game, that's 50 times 35, that's 1750, right? Am I right? Yeah. And if a guy plays 75 games at 20 minutes, it's 1500. So, it's not. I mean, it's a good view in my opinion to not have a limit. It's one opinion. 75% of the games, in my opinion, would be a logical thing, and that would be 61.5 games, right? So 62 games.
By the way, your math on all of those was spot on. You're doing numbers like David Robinson. Of course the alien gets all.
So there's some interesting questions, but I think obviously I don't think there's going to be an exception made for this year. I think it would be somewhat unfair.
What the award's about?
Yeah, most valuable player. Player is singular. It has nothing to do with team success and none of that. And I know we're going to have this argument. Most valuable player is singular. I'm the baddest guy in the league. Nobody can stop me. When the guy went down from Boston, nobody expected Jalen Brown to do what he did. Nobody expected the system to be back for the San Antonio Spurs. So me, it's Victor Wembanyama and Jalen Brown because
what has SGA done? What has SGA done to lose?
Hold on, nothing.
The honor he has already.
Nothing, but based on you guys' criteria, Boston is in number 2, and Spurs is. And he's having team success, and nobody expected him to do what they did. So for me, it's Victor Wembanyama and Jalen Brown. Shai Gilgeous is a bad boy. Joker is a bad boy. But you asking me my opinion, I'm telling you it's Victor or Jalen Brown.
I need Wemby to make me one of these charts for his.
Well, what we need to do is send all these badass American kids over to France to go to school. That's the first thing we need to do. All these dummies kids over here, we just sitting there at the French.
You the one who was 170 starters. Yeah. Nobody else was doing that, but you were.
I don't have to worry about the numbers. Hey, listen, I've already made it. These other kids got to go to school. I ain't got to worry about nothing.
You got an issue with the 65-game thing?
No, I do not. No, it's the letter of the law. Whatever the NBA says, it should go. I've said for many years now, I don't know what the criteria of the MVP is. So if you're asking me who my MVP is, I'm going to say Victor Wembanyama or Jalen Brown. And the reason is nobody expected them to do what they're doing now.
How many minutes?
So we got way too much math going on.
No, I'm just saying. So it should be one or the other. It should be if you hit a minutes. And you don't hit the games because you're playing 40 minutes a game.
Yeah,
that would be fine too. But the other thing I would add about I would agree with Shaq. For me, the MVPs are Wembanyama or Jalen Brown. Those two guys have taken not only their teams but themselves to different levels.
The Spurs
so their
won 34
impact
games last year.
So Ernie, that's what I'm saying. Their impact on winning has been bigger because they might not have had the same impact as Shai and them for having better talent.
Hey, I'm not
in the second spot.
Have better talent around.
I got no problem if somebody want to vote for Wemby or Jalen or Cade, whatever.
I think there should be
your criteria, my criteria.
No, I'm talking about this.
Get your hand off your face.
I'm just like, you got to let this Steve Nash thing go, man. That was 20 years ago. You got to let the Steve Nash thing go.
I'm just saying I don't know what the criteria for the MVP is.
Yeah, I think that there should be a threshold 1 to be eligible for awards. 65 is a relative number, and that happened because of all the load management that was going on. They were like, okay, well, you don't want to play. We're not going to let you be eligible for awards. So I think it should be probably a minute and or game. So if you played 24 minutes a game, I'm going to do a Wemby, 24 minutes times 82, that's 1,968 games.
Well,
Cade doesn't qualify.
He doesn't qualify, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying that if you voted for him, Shai, in my opinion, I don't have a vote. What he's done, that team has the best record in the NBA.
By 2 games.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Best record.
His
2 games. Don't matter.
How many games has his second best player missed?
He played a lot of that without Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams has probably missed 40 games. Whoever you vote for, but I don't think 65 games is a lot to ask, man. Shut the hell up. Y'all voted on that in the collective bargaining. and now y'all want to complain. If y'all wasn't sitting on your ass half the time sipping margaritas and stuff, they want to put the 65-game threshold in there. Shut the hell up. Y'all killing me.
Say it with your chest, Chuck.
A live NBA panel. Cameras rolling. Mic's hot. And Victor Wembanyama just opened a calculator. Inside his head, real-time math, minutes played, games played, on the spot. Charles Barkley's face said it all. But what happened next? That was even more shocking. The NBA introduced the 65-game rule. Simple idea. If a star player doesn't appear in at least 65 games during the regular season, they are automatically disqualified from MVP, All-NBA, and every major award. Why? Because fans got tired of paying premium prices to watch their favorite superstars sit on the bench and rest. Now here's the moment that went viral. Instead of giving a vague answer, Wembanyama did something almost no player has ever done on live television. He gave the panel a math lesson. His point was sharp. Counting games alone doesn't tell the full story. A player who appears in 70 games but averages 20 minutes carries less physical wear than a player who plays 60 games at 38 minutes a night. Minutes played equals actual toll on the body. Games played is just a number. And he broke all of this down live, on camera, no notes, no hesitation. The entire panel went quiet. Charles Barkley, the loudest voice in NBA media, paused. Then he said it. American kids might need to start going to school in France. The room laughed. The panel laughed. Wemby smiled. But that joke was pure respect. Barkley was genuinely impressed. And then his tone completely shifted. The laugh stopped. Barkley turned his attention directly to the players complaining about the 65-game rule. His message was straightforward. This rule was collectively bargained. You already agreed to it. So what exactly are you complaining about? His argument came down to one thing. If you want to claim greatness, being available is part of greatness. Talent without consistency is just potential. It is not a legacy. Now this is where opinions split hard. Barkley's side says playing 75 to 80 games was completely normal for star players in previous generations. The bar hasn't moved. The players have. The other side says the modern NBA is a different animal. Back-to-backs, playoff intensity, long-term injury risk. Load management isn't laziness, it's science. Both sides have a real argument. And the NBA is stuck right in the middle, trying to protect player health while keeping the product worth watching. The 65-game rule is their attempt to hold that balance. And this is where the MVP conversation gets interesting. Does MVP go to the best player on the best team? Or does it go to the player who completely transformed a franchise? Names like Wembanyama and Jalen Brunson came up. Players who took their teams far beyond what anyone expected before the season started. That is value. Real, undeniable value. And it doesn't always come with the best roster around you. This entire conversation proved one thing. Victor Wembanyama is not just physically dominant. He understands the game at a level most players never reach. And he's not afraid to show it live on national television. And Charles Barkley, through jokes and frustration, put the NBA's biggest problem on the table. Availability, consistency, greatness. These three things are supposed to go together. And as long as awards, contract, and legacy are on the line, this debate is not going anywhere. So let me ask you directly, is 65 games a fair standard? Or is the NBA asking too much? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe, because there's a lot more coming.